Now, today we are discussing the digital communication revolution. Now, it is what about this? These are the methodology and technology which is used in creation of the multimedia version. And we have a big theory, that is the theory of digital communication (TDC), but we are not in detail with that. Okay, so we just have to know the process of digitalization. Digitization is a vast thing. It is automatic, and obviously it is invisible. We cannot see the process of digitization. And we are hearing so many words now: mass communication, new media, the hypermedia, interaction theory. There are so many things within this process of theory of digital communication. But we are just in a superficial analysis. Okay, it is all about our superficial. Now, if we think about the two things, one is globalization is an important thing. Now, and parallelly, there is a revolution in the technological revolution, and democratization. It is also a process within that. Now, we think in case of internet media, you know that every country in the world is known as a global village, because we are connected through an internet process all over the world. We are connected. Now, digital communication revolution, it is, if we think about its history, it is begun in the time of 1832. That was, there is a Morse code, telegraph, there is a Morse code that was created by someone and passed through, and then there is a signal, okay, and the receiver was to decode that Morse code, and that was the development of the telegraph, and it is all about in 1832's periods. Now, there is a era of Gutenberg, and after that, now we are in the phase of digitalization or digital revolution. That is actually the word, digital revolution. Okay, now what about if we know that there are so many parts of the world are now connected with the internet. It is not that all over the world is connected with the internet. So there is a lack of spreading of information due to the lack of the internet connection. Okay, now convergence of communication and internet is bringing this type of advancement in digital media. Now, that in case of, if we take the India, if we take separately in our country India, here we internet, if you think about internet, it is arrive here faster than many one. Okay, internet arrive in India, it is faster than any other country. Now, we know that there is a rapid changing world of information and communication technology, but we are also trying to develop that type of development in case of ICT. Now, there is we know that whenever we are taking the digital path and we are changing our so many jobs or working in process of digital media, then we have a new 2-3 we have new words. As per we have digital communication, then we have a very important word, that is digital citizenship. It is a very important one. Then the digital citizenship. So digital revolution is a person. If you think of what is digital revolution, so digital revolution basically is a person ability to communicate with other people. That is basically a digital revolution. If we think about the 21st century development, then we have get that all these things. That is, email is a platform, mobile phone is a platform. We can instant messaging and replying is a platform. Video on demand is a platform. Webcasting, these are the tools. So we have so many things to make ourselves as a digital citizen. We are now. So we always present in a platform from where we can communicate all over the world. We can get the information of the world, around the world, and we can take any appropriate decision after judging the things or getting the proper information of that material with the help of internet. Now we know the word that naturally comes on www, the World Wide Web, Then we know about the digitalization, that there is a process of uh, we know the regulations of the internet. Hmm? So many laws related to that cyberspace. Cyber security is a word. Okay, so those all are the protecting the necessary or important communication, to protect that information, that content, that type of communication. It is all about the cyberspace and cyber security all over. In 1980s, when there is a first we know that computer will popular in the case of 1980, and then there 80s, in 1980s there is a birth of the massive internet. Okay, now that was 1980. After that we are now in the age of social media networking. Hmm. So it is fast, we are growing fastest. So two types of, you are known whenever you are starting a computer. So to know a computer, that is we basically know there is a computer literacy. If you know the preliminary works of computer, so it is it is that you are computer literate. Okay, so formal education literacy is a part, and computer literate digital literacy is a part. Now yeah, it may be that you have a formal education, but you are not aware of the so many things of the digital platform. It may happen. Digital education or digital literacy is a separate thing. You have to learn the things, you have to understand the thing, and then you have to use the things for your purpose. That is all about the knowing of the process of digitalization and using of the ICT. Now you know there are so many things. You can any video, there is any audio, there are form, there are so many designs, symbols. You can use 2D, you can use three-dimensional figure, color representations, augmented reality, virtual reality, so many things. But you have to use all these things in your purposefully for your own. That is actually the process of digital literacy. That is the digital literacy. It is not that I am knowing anything, I am starting any digital media and I am doing whatever I want. That is not the process. So be positive and try to use the ICT process in a positive way for the well-being of you and your society and your country or your state, whatever you are thinking. Now you know whenever there is a development process is going on, it is not only digital. Parallelly, there is a process of social development, there is a process of economic development, and there is a process of political development. So these things, three, four things are parallel: social, economical, political, and digital. So these are growing parallelly. So everyone is connected with everything. Social system is connected with the economical system, is connected with the political system, that is also connected with the digital process, digital system. So any changes within this, if anything occurs in social system, that will affect the economic system. If will anything offer in the economic system, that will affect the political system or digital system. And similarly, if anything new coming into the digital system, that will affect your political system, social system, and economic system. You know all about that. So these changes, if you change this type of transformation. Now you know whenever you are formal study, there is a question of ethics. Is it ethical or is it lawful, etc., etc. So in case of digital, it is also the same. There is a question that is all are ethical, is all are lawful, or is all are legal. Is there any illegal things, or is there any unlawful things? The question is same in case of digital media as it is in previous, if you say these things. Now the device, if you take the technological device, there are so many things in your hand. You have laptops, you have gadgets, you have Blu-ray player, you have gaming system, you have digital music player, you have here so many things you can, but you have to see the uses of those things in a particular proper way. And that is actually the motto of the information communication technology, to use in our life. That is the basically motto. So it is a process, and it is all if we think about India, it is now we are adapting the process. It is, we are not at this position, we are not able to 100%, we are not able to use 100% of the internet system or 100% of the internet information content. Okay, so you know Google is a vast search engine. Google, vast search engine. You can see, search anything. In case of Google can help you in many way. there are so many things, but you have to aware about use of any digital system, then you can use only. Okay, so you have to know all the system. Now whenever you are using any social website, like you are using YouTube, you are using Twitter, so these are the same as it is traditional national level newspaper or international level newspaper. So it is same, but it is first and accessible, easily accessible, and it is fast. But Twitter just get that work which can done by a international newspaper or a national newspaper. Same thing. So now you know that Wikipedia, you know na? Wikipedia. So you can get so many information from Wikipedia. Now parallelly there is a development of WikiLeaks. There is a development WikiLeaks. What is it? WikiLeaks on the web. They are the hackers and programmers. They are the hackers and programmers. So you know the cyberspace is a big area, big no. So you have to adapt. The system have to adapt an internet surveillance policy, censorship policy. You know, now first you think first about when we started about the web series in many media. There are no there is no censorship. You know, now after a gap of 2, 3, 4, 5 web series, now it is a thinking that there must be a censorship within the web series. So content are not proper. There are so many contents which are not proper for viewing in any social media platform or any public media platform. So now we are talking that the web series must be censored. There must be a censorship, like cinema. Cinema must be got a censorship certificate. So now we are saying that web series also to have a censor certificate. So there is a violations of the rules. There is a violations of the ethical system. There is a violation of the law. There is a violence. So there is a type of violence which is which are not processly properly, or which is not to be spread among the common people, or to be spread among a particular community or society. This type of thing, if you are using in any web series for your business or TRP or level of viewing, that must be restricted by any censorship. It was a story of 30 years back, then people 40 years back, then people of the newspapers and magazine use the scandal of the many people to get the sell volume of the newspaper. So using a particular scandal, they are doing their business. Now if you are samely occurring in digital platform, if you are using the web series to hit a certain community, certain society or certain belief, then it had to be stopped. It had to be stopped by any censorship law. It is necessary, because we know that there is a hard censorship in case of a cinema. You cannot release any content in a cinema without any censorship or without any pass letter from government. Okay, so that the foundation. There are so many works. There are so many creative works. We know there are so many good script writers, so many good screenplay writers. There are so many directors, so many actors. We know, but just they are doing their creative things. Okay. And now the system the government system and the viewers have to judge which to be broadcasted publicly or which to be not. That is actually the limitations of the ICT applications, and it is to be it is vital. Okay, it is vital. Now if we think about development, we have to think the betterment of the ICT. Okay, so we are just analyzing our development by using ICT. So we are not ready to doing anything which can ruin us or which can ruin the system by using the ICT. There are plus points of the ICT, there are minus points of the ICT. There are so many backlogs of the communication system, digital system. But it is not that all over the digital procedure is a not a flawless procedure. It is a problematic procedure. It is not that. You have to gain the system knowledge, you have to get the digital literacy point. then you becoming a digital citizen, and then you can use the information communication technology for the well-being of you and others. That is actually our motto by segment analyzing this type of ICT or other things. Okay, we'll analyze the next type. Okay.